Back off the cab, lady! Back off!
Honey, Mommy loves you.
You'll be back! You hear me? You need me!
When you went and visited shelters, and when you talked to women that were similar to the character that you were playing, how did you get past the fact that you were Vanessa Hudgens walking into this environment? Because they had to be mind blown.
No.
Really?
Yeah, no, it didn't matter.
They didn't care?
No, they didn't care. They really didn't care.
That makes it easy.
It did. It really did. Especially because I didn't go in like myself, walking around on the street how I would in L.A., you know? I brought my baggiest clothes to the shelter and wore a cap all the time and just kept it on the DL, you know? I mean, I did chores with them. I helped out around the house with them, and I just tried to become one of the girls.
Do you ever see yourself on screen and go, damn, that is the bizarro version of myself?
All the time.
Because the first time you're on screen in this movie, I was like, oh, I have to pause this.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
I can only imagine the screenshots that you can get from the beginning of I mean, it's just like running around barefoot in that motel where everyone was like, don't put your things on the beds.
That would have been a situation where somebody in the hotel would have been like, dude, Rosario Dawson is here, and somebody would have gone like, I assure you she is not.
No,
that
and
is
someone
not
did.
Really?
Someone did, and it was so funny. I remember it was the first day of shooting, and we put this enamel on, we did all this stuff, and it felt like, is this too much? Like, are we kind of like overdoing it? And I kid you not, this crackhead came up to me, like started talking to me this close to my face, and he had met me before, years earlier, I think, when he was in a much better position, and he has really clearly fallen off, and he was talking to me, and it was like, it was like looking in the mirror. It was horrible. It was so sad. Sure. And he was there, and it was good to have that conversation with him and just go, okay, this is good that we're showing this part of, we don't get this opportunity to show this part of society very much. Right. And they're people, and it's important to not just always put a blinder because it gets worse for them because we refuse to see them.
Absolutely.
You know, and so that's what this movie is about about seeing each other and helping each other and being that support for each other, because that's how bad it can get if you don't.
Apple, we have a serious problem. Your mother will not give her consent for you to be here.
No.
I'm very sorry. I tried everything I could.
How could you call her? She will never let me go. Not as long as welfare keeps sending her money. Why would you do this to me?
Because she threatened to call the police and charge us with kidnapping.
It's a movie about your life, and the amazing Ann Dowd is playing you. How wild is all of this?
33 years ago when I started these shelters, after being through an abusive marriage, very abusive marriage, I was homeless, and I got through that difficulty through prayer. I'm a very spiritual person. And I wrote God a blank check that day, and I said, to God, the amount, whatever you want, all I have, put in the memo what you want me to do. And since that day, I've never known where he was guiding my life. And to have a movie is like, okay, this is odd. I didn't think you were interested in movies. And that's the way I go.
When I first approached her about doing a film, the first thing she said is absolutely not about me. And then as time went on, she says it may not be a bad idea. If you want to do a film, it could be about the work, because doing a film about the work can help others, inspire others for acts of kindness and maybe open shelters, and that they could see what this young girl's going through in life.
Don't make your child suffer because you're suffering.
Where was God when I was suffering all these years? You think you know me? You don't know anything!
Another thing that I really wanted to know the minute that James Earl Jones walks on the screen, when you're like on set with him, like between takes, do you just make him say stuff?
You think that I would. Definitely the first couple of days that he was there, I was such a giddy little girl. Yeah. I was going, I am your father.
He's everyone's father.
I was saying it under my breath, hoping he'll hear me and then say it to me.